Hula hoops, we have got the choice. See, what happened here is I bought a multi-pack of different flavours. Early morning Saturday trip to Tesco's before the swim school and then the French school. But yeah, I bought the multi-pack of different flavours, and obviously Jemima tends to be an original. Well, I mean, actually, I haven't tried her on the other flavours, and she'd probably be okay with them, but there's no need to mess around. So I brought these so you've got 3 times barbecue beef, 3 times salt and vinegar, 3 times original, which obviously could go home, and 3 times...
Well, I think they should go home, shouldn't they?
3 times cheese and onion, if you're...
Well, I do like a cheese and onion hula hoop.
Cheese and onion hula hoop? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
what's your view on cheese and onion hula hoop?
I quite like them all, actually. Yeah, they're quite pleasant. And I don't like cheese and onion as a crisp, generally.
So your daughter lives in a world where she believes hula hoop only come in one sort of flavour.
Yeah, although she has tried other flavours of other crisps, so I don't know why I'm restricting her on this. Why have I died on this hill?
I don't know.
There's no reason for it, is there?
You seem like you're really committed to it, though.
I might let her. I mean, no, we're not going to eat all of these. There's like 12 packets in there. We're not going to eat 12 packets while we're recording.
Well, don't tempt me.
Well, I'm going for the barbecue beef. And again, I wouldn't like that in any other crisp.
No.
I don't mind it in a hula hoop.
Yeah, because the McCoy's one is just too much, isn't it? There's too much beef.
It's overly flavoured.
And by the time you've investigated the ridges, there's too much flavouring there.
I tell you what, some of our listeners like this sort of stuff. I tell you one listener who won't like it.
Right, who's that?
It's our friend called Matt.
Oh, goodness, no. He gave us some feedback, didn't he?
He did. He only made it as far.
What you talk about? Just biscuits?
It was episode 9, and we did talk a lot about biscuits in that one. And we have done that. We have got a history of talking a lot about biscuits and other high-calorie snacks, as we've just done.
Yeah.
But no, he wasn't. I don't think he got past the biscuits. I think that was it. I think we can actually talk about him quite freely, because I don't think there's any danger of him listening to this at all.
Well, he told me he was still making his way through
episode 9.
That particular... I mean, it's a strange place to start.
Yeah. And normally people struggle to make their way through episode 1. We've had that feedback.
And he said, did you just talk about biscuits the whole time?
I mean, he's not far off, is he?
Well, I suppose in that one we did talk about them a lot. But,
yeah.
I mean, I would have thought it might have been a good idea to sort of born with it.
But then episode 11, if he'd stuck with it, he wouldn't have got... I mean, that was basically supermarkets all the way through.
He wouldn't have got past the ice.
You know, and Matt's not the kind of person to go and read Go See Costas by Tom Hanks.
No. So, have you read it yet?
I haven't read it yet. I've not even got close to it. I've not read anything by Tom Hanks. Do you remember when we didn't eat crisps and drink Coke on air? We just used to do it just before recording, or sort of in there.
Oh, yeah.
And we're quite happily just munching away now. We are.
I'm not sure whether people are quite happily listening to it. It's a very odd thing to probably listen to, isn't it?
Probably shouldn't do it, but...
No. Carry on, though.
The microphones do pick this up. And I do like... This is nice, this barbecue beef. It's been a while since I had a barbecue beef. Hula hoop.
So, anyway, I want to know more about your routines, because to me, they feel punishing.
They are. It is punishing.
So why don't you take me through... Let's do a typical weekday morning, and then I want to take us into Friday night. Let's banish our mouths from crisps, and you take me through a standard Burke household school morning. What does that feel like?
Well, it does vary, and it does depend on what time I get up, to be honest with you, because I don't like to be in work early, but I tend to try and get into work early to try and get get a head start on the paperwork. Now, I've been making this claim most of this year that I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, I'm not sure I could...
No, I mean, I have lived that life where I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that used to be the norm. And it was good because I'd get through a lot of paperwork, and it would be, that's kind of... It's quite a busy role. And when the school day starts and the kids are there, it's harder to do that stuff. And I'm not very good at working in the evenings. So it's sort of the payoff is I'd get up early in the morning. Lately, and I'd say most of this year, I haven't managed that at all. And what happens is there's another advantage. That used to just be what I did anyway. Pre-children and everything, I would always come early in the morning. But since having children, if I don't get up early, they sort of like, when they wake up, you kind of get sucked into their morning routine. Because believe it or not, and I don't know if it's come across on this podcast yet, but I do quite like my children.
That has come across.
I love my children, obviously, because I'm their father, and that sort of should go without saying. Well, in matches, that does go without saying. But I actually do quite like spending time. They do, when they're awake and I'm still there, I do get sucked in because I quite enjoy spending. So it's not like a kind of chore. I actually do like, but then there is quite a lot of maintenance to 2 children, and I've not given my wife a name on this podcast, but she's called Jenny.
She's just been known as your wife.
She's been known as my wife, but Jen, as I don't call her Jenny. I mean, Jen would be the closest I'd get to her actual name. So Jen would she does the routine every. Now she's. I want to be clear. She's not a stay-at-home mum, although she is a stay-at-home mum because she stays at home. She's at home. When Matilda was born, Joan had just started doing a PhD, and it has now turned into the world's longest PhD because we've had 2 children in the interim.
I mean, that has got to be. I mean, it's quite noteworthy, isn't it?
It is, but it's not. I think it is because it's sort of gone on for 9 years. But at the same time, it's gone on for 9 years because there's been 2 periods of maternity leave, and she's been doing it part-time.
Should we ask our listeners if they are actually doing a doctorate that's lasted longer than 9 years?
I mean, it'd be impressive.
And
so Jen is obviously she does the morning routine with the kids, but then if I'm there, I'll try and. But the morning routine then would be. I tend to help with the sort of breakfasts and things if I'm around. So Jemima, the youngest, the 4-year-old, she always eats a yoghurt to start the day.
Oh, how is that in French?
Yaourt.
Yaourt. So she goes, Papa, yaourt.
No, she doesn't do that.
Papa, yaourt.
I mean, that's just insanity.
No, but why doesn't she go, Papa, yaourt?
For one thing,
Yaourt grec.
She wouldn't do that because, one, she's far more articulate than that in both English and French. So you've slightly misjudged the vocabulary.
Well, okay, how would she ask for it in English?
She wouldn't ask for it because she's not interested. She'd probably ask if she can watch the telly.
Right.
Or not ask and just
you don't understand, I'm a drama teacher. I want to feel like I'm there. It's no good you just brushing it off like it's... No, well, she wouldn't have said it like that. She's much more eloquent than that.
No, but
I want to think of her going, Papa, yaourt.
Well, you think of her like that, but I just want you to know that's incorrect.
Right.
If you would, but then again, often, the dramatization of people's lives on the big screen or even the small screen.
Which would be accompanied by, in the corner, it would say dramatization.
Yeah. So if you decided, I don't know, let's say this podcast gets significantly more successful than it currently is.
Well, it needs to.
Well, it's yeah.
We'll talk about your obsession with the stats later on.
Well, we could talk about stats later on, but let's imagine that the podcast takes off to sort of levels where somebody would be interested in making a dramatization of my life. Mm-hmm. And you, as an experienced thespian / well, generally kind of a dramatist, is that a word, dramatist?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. Playwright or dramatist.
So someone who's got a lot of theatrical experience and in actual. We've not talked about your television experience, and we
will do.
We're not today, though. We won't, but we will on a future episode because that deserves more time than we're going to allocate it.
I think it very much does deserve that.
It does deserve a whole episode. But anyway, you are experienced in these matters, and you would be capable, I imagine, of making a fairly decent stab of the dramatization of my life.
Thank you very much. I'd love to. I'd love to do.
But
that.
I think you would take liberties with it.
Oh, there's no doubt. There would be some scenes have been added for dramatic
and
effect.
So the Papa Yout.
I would be directing this young actress.
Who could do so? I can say more than that. And no.
Who'd be from Hounslow or something. Yeah. And I'd be going, no. I want the Papa. The Papa. But no, Papa. Like this. Yout.
Yeah, which in reality would be taking liberties because that's not how it happens. As I say, she's barely interested in the morning in the yogurt. The yogurt is not force-fed to her because she will eat it. She's quite happy to eat it. But
at least she's not one of these 20-somethings who like to slurp it out of a pouch.
No, but in her younger days, and I know she's only 4, but in her younger days, she did enjoy a pouch because a lot of baby food comes in pouches.
That's okay, but it's not okay if you're 20.
No, she has a Greek yogurt because she likes a Greek yogurt and because that's something we can persuade her to eat.
Right.
So that's how she'd start the day.
It's entirely my fault, but this is a bit slow moving at the moment. So
it is. You keep interrupting partly. Yeah, I mean, you I did. Papa yout. I'd actually prepared something for this cold open, but we've gone in this direction. And I suppose the morning routine though is if I'm around, I'll help them have their breakfast. Jemima always has a Greek yogurt. And she doesn't say Papa yout, but she'll always have a Greek yogurt. Matilda will usually be quite reluctant to get out of bed.
And she won't speak to you in French.
She won't, so she'd speak to me in English. And she'll
just go, Dad.
Yeah. But you'll hear Jen trying to wake her up and she'd go in a kind of, no!
Right. Almost like she's been cattle prodded into action.
I don't want to. I'm not going to, and like a lot of resistance to getting out of bed. And then a lot of anger towards the world because it's morning and she doesn't want to deal with it.
I feel that sometimes.
But this is a child that actually quite likes school. So it's nothing to do with I don't want to go to school. She just doesn't want to get out of bed in the morning, which, I think we can all relate to. But she's quite committed to the staying. Quite reluctant to go to bed the night before.
A lot of effort to move from one stage of being in bed to another stage of being in bed with one leg hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, sort of generally kind of... And then she'll kind of come downstairs, and then she'll be angry about having
just getting ideas for the cinematography.
Well, indeed, it's going to be quite powerful stuff.
I think it'd be dark as anything as well.
I mean, not in real life, no, but yeah.
Chiaroscuro lighting coming through a threadbare curtain, because we'd really want to play up the sort of rags to riches story of this.
Well, certainly rags seems true.
Or as it is for both of us at the moment, rags very much to rags.
Yes.
Doesn't seem. Can we get another month out of those? Yeah, I think so.
Not a great deal of riches, no. But she then will not want to get dressed, and then she won't want to have her hair done. That's a thing. So I don't. That's one part of the routine I wouldn't get involved in.
I can't see you plaiting hair.
I've got no idea what I'd be doing with that. I mean, that's just And actually, that's
gentle brush.
When she is reluctant to let Jen brush her hair and kind of do her hair, one of the ways if I am around, if I haven't made that 6 o'clock start to work, which is to say rarer and rarer that actually happens, I would say I'll do it then. Now I have no intention of doing it, but she knows what the incompetence that I would bring to that task is enough usually to persuade Matilda to relent and let Jen do her hair. So that's quite my presence is quite helpful just because I wouldn't bring anything to that task.
So then it's into the uniforms.
Into the uniform. Well, only one. So Matilda has a uniform because she goes to primary school. Jemima doesn't have a uniform because she still goes to nursery. And nursery, they do let her wear her ears. We've not talked about her ears, have we? No. I mean, she's got ears. She's a child or human being with ears. But she's gone through a phase, and this has been since she was about 18 months old, of wearing a headband with various animals' ears at various stages.
Yes.
So bunny ears was the sort of the original. Then there was cat ears, was quite popular. And at the moment, she wears... You wouldn't be familiar with this, actually. You wouldn't be familiar with the cartoon Bluey. I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. But so there's mercifully all I know about it.
I mean, the characters in Bluey, they're all dogs. Australian dogs, actually. Although my daughters watch it in French, because obviously that's what we do to them. But
your older daughter will refuse to talk to you about it in French.
Absolutely, yes. But she will still watch it. Bluey's actually quite watchable. Of all the things they subject
Bluey in French, please?
Bluey.
Could you?
Bluey. Basically, all the characters have got the same names in French. They're just with a French accent.
And I just wanted to hear you say that.
But Bluey and Bingo are sisters. Bluey is the older sister. Bingo is the younger sister. So Jemima, being the younger sister, has identified as Bingo and now wears the same ears. The headband ears she's got now are the ones that they look like Bingo off of Bluey. Yeah. So that's what she wears.
How are we going to... I mean, I'm all for children being expressive and exploring themselves. When are we going to
remove the ears? Yeah. No, this has been brought up by a number of people. How will she cope without the ears? And I know you wanted to talk about the entire routine, but we've gone on a lot about just this brief morning routine of a weekday. But let's fast forward to the sort of Saturday routine. Yeah. Saturday morning, Matilda goes swimming, but on Sunday morning, Jemima goes swimming. And I have to take Jemima swimming. Jemima knows that you can't wear the ears in the swimming pool, so she's quite happy to take them off. And she doesn't wear them to bed either. So actually, she has got a sense of when it's appropriate to wear them.
Well, I like that. I like that about her. I think we're going to get on famously.
I think you might, yeah. So she takes the ears off to go swimming, and she has taken them off for other occasions. Yeah. So we're quite relaxed about primary school.
But there might be a difference on the first day of primary school. Or maybe it will just happen.
No, I think if it's explained to her that she can't wear ears to primary school, she'll just not wear them. She's actually surprisingly sensible.
Just before we leave this, I want to know about Friday night, which you seem to be dodging.
I'm not dodging Friday night. You are obsessed with my Friday night routine, and there isn't.
And I have been for a long time.
And this stems from me leaving you in work on a Thursday.
Yeah.
As we often have a chat after work, if we can find the time.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a chat, and then I'll dash off on a Thursday.
And it's quite a muck sweat that you get into about dashing off there. Well, it's a muck sweat.
I do want
which is a phrase I love. I absolutely love it.
I think I do want to get home to see my family, who I've already said earlier in this episode, I quite like my family. I mean, beyond the...
there's an element of you protest a bit too much. I'm with you.
There's no element of it. I mean, I like to see them, and it gets quite late, and their bedtime's much earlier than an adult's bedtime.
Try not to make me feel too guilty, but if you could...
So fitting in the buying the pizza is something that causes a small amount of stress. So you do need to make sure I bought it. Now, the reason you think this is like we think this is a great thing that we have pizza on a Friday night. It's really normal, by the way, to have pizza on a Friday. It's nothing.
I'm not sure about every Friday.
But you are not a 4-year-old or indeed a 7-year-old.
No.
Right. So
I've been accused of it.
I want you to understand that I'm not obsessed with having pizza every Friday.
No, I can believe that.
I don't care if I have pizza. And actually, Jen actively wouldn't mind if we didn't have pizza every Friday.
She'd quite like a break from it.
She'd like a break from it. She's not that interested in the pizza. But the girls like having their pizza on a Friday, and they do like routine. So what will happen is I'll go to the supermarket and I've got to buy the pizza on a Thursday because I'm usually not home in time on the Friday to deliver the pizza they'll normally have eaten it by. So we don't all sit down and eat our pizza together. So that's one thing that you've got confused about. You think we all...
Well, it used to be hide and seek, youngest daughter, definitely, and sometimes the eldest daughter.
The youngest one still hides under the table routinely.
Right, and you go, oh, there doesn't seem to be anybody here.
Yes, but I think, again, you think I say that with some sort of enthusiasm and delight.
Well...
Whereas actually, what happens, this is how it actually works, okay?
It's hardly Christmas at the Cratchits,
right, so
is it?
I'll arrive home, or whatever time, this is most nights of the week, I'll arrive home and I'll open the door.
After Scrooge's had a time.
I'll arrive home, open the door, I'll see Matilda, and Matilda says, "Hi, Dad," or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe tell me something about her day.
You wouldn't even know she went to French school.
No,
you just go, hi, Dad.
I might see Jen might either be upstairs getting on with something.
Would she be upbeat to see you?
Who? Well, Jen.
No.
My wife, yeah, she's certainly happy. Matilda's very happy to see me.
Hi, Dad. So it's quite animated.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Again,
I want to be there. I haven't been there.
And you never will.
Hi, Dad. Really upbeat. Dramatisations I need some more characterisation.
She'll either be really upbeat and interested to see me,
or she'll go...
Or, no, she's never upset to see me, but she'll either be really upbeat because she's noticed I've arrived home, or she'll be involved in something that she's doing.
Hi, Dad.
And so, no, she wouldn't even notice me then because she'll be busy doing what she's doing. Yeah, but it's not rudeness, it's just an awareness, right? But she will be happy to see me. She's not hiding. Now, there was a time where she would have joined in the hide and seek, but she's not. She's beyond that now. Then I will hear a giggle. And I will see Jemima's feet. I mean, again, in the dramatisation, potentially like that, but not really. I'll see Jemima's feet under the table.
Yeah.
She's not the best at hiding. And I'll do but it'll be a kind of, oh, we seem to have lost Jemima. Oh, dear. And it's quite monotone.
Was there a time when you gave it a bit more?
No, never was.
No.
But this is the thing, you don't need to act.
I like to think it's faded over time.
You don't need to act for children. There's this nonsense. It's nonsense when people do, it's nonsense. Kids don't care. You just need to say the right lines in the script.
Oh, I think they'd like it if...
You don't need to perform, honestly.
Well, it's just because they've had a dad who hasn't performed.
No, you might enjoy the performance aspect of it. I'm quite
Uncle
happy.
Ben could well add a different
perhaps, but
dimension to this.
I don't think that Jemima's just delighted because she's genuinely taken me at face value that I don't know where she is.
Right.
Even at 4, she must know that I do know where she is because that's where she always is. She's quite happy. But Matilda, who's now 7, nearly 8 actually, is sort of fairly irritated by this. So she'll just go, she's under the table.
No, I like that. I like that bit. So if we finish this segment by, I'm just trying to think again for dramatisation cinematography purposes.
Yeah.
I want to do the sort of gritty British version of, say, a Liam Neeson thriller.
Yeah, okay.
Where at the start we've got the equilibrium, haven't we?
Yeah.
So he goes, because obviously an Irish accent trying to do an American accent, so he'll go, "Hi, honey," or whatever it is, and she goes, "Oh, come on, haven't you eaten your toast yet?" All this kind of stuff. Bye, darling. I say, have a good trip. What you doing in? Hey, take that off. They're not going to want that in school. Okay, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's lots of kisses and kisses. You know what's going to happen next is either the vehicle's going to be sideswiped by 4 kidnappers or somebody's going to be decapitated, whatever it might happen to be. Snatched. Obviously, that's not going to happen in the story of James Burke and the sensation that is Ben and James could do better, in its rise to provincial theatres. Yeah. So it's doing this. So what would we see? So
Icarus, don't fly too close to the sun.
So what would we see? This is okay. So see, camera shot opens. We can't give, obviously, to protect everybody involved, and we don't want you to be mobbed. We can't say the road. We can't even pinpoint the area of Reading. It's too dodgy. It's too difficult for everybody. Yeah, but the camera will pan down this sort of street of terraced houses. There might be an overhead shot of a roof that might have seen better days. We'll go in through. I know there aren't, but let's just imagine it, because we want to show rags to riches. The holes in the curtain. We sort of zooming in very painfully slowly as we hear, come on, up you get. No! Yeah. What else? Come on, give me the, I want to be there. Is there somebody shaking cereal into a bowl?
Well, now that does vary. I mean, it's not exciting.
But we've got to get this in our heads. The listener wants to be there.
I mean, this actually happened this week, in fact.
Is there a microwave going? Is the washing machine?
The washing machine often would be going. Two kids do generate a lot of laundry. But no, so this happened this week, actually. I was there. I was there in the house doing the. I got up, tried to get out on time, hadn't managed it. Kids got up, got involved, and I like to make them breakfast if I'm around. So the Greek yogurt was provided. And then I went to make Matilda's breakfast, and I popped 2 slices of toast in the toaster.
That would be a shot. Little cutaway. The two, and I think it would have to be for the rags to riches stories a sort of a very cheap sort of Argos stroke Asda white 2-slice toaster.
It's actually a 4-slice toaster, and it.
I don't want to know what actually is there.
Right, okay.
I'm talking about. I kind of do. I kind of do, and I don't. Well, so 2-slice sort of.
It's I know what you're picturing, but it's a slightly better toaster than that.
Yeah,
I mean it's not the it's a sort of middle of the range toaster.
Is there a sort of dirty sandwich maker?
Not on the worktop, no. There is a sandwich maker, but it doesn't. We don't get.
Don't really use it. So that's become redundant.
It's been there. We've actually that sandwich maker.
I can see you almost reminiscing about it. The time when you used to put a.
My parents bought me that when I mean, long before I married Jen. So
I mean, you might have bought it from Boots Men's Technical, which will take
possibly,
us back to another. No,
not that far back. Not as far back as there being a Boots Men's Technical. They bought it for me when I lived in Manchester, and I lived in a flat share in Manchester, and so the sandwich maker is 20 years old. And that's not bad, is it? The toasted sandwich maker, that's 20. So my parents bought me that when I lived in Manchester, which is before me and Jen were together. We'd been together for that long, so that's it's a durable relationship, isn't it? But we've not been married for that long. We've not lived together for that long. So, but we both did live in. We didn't meet. We met in Paris, but she moved to Manchester to do a master's degree. I moved there to be a bit closer to her. And my parents bought me a toasted sandwich maker, and that's still the same one that I have today. So that's there, but that's not in use. So I put 2 slices of toast in the 4-slice toaster, and they popped up, and I put some honey on the toast because Matilda likes honey on toast, and I cut them into 4s, and I delivered the toast to Matilda, and she said, "What?"
Yeah, no, we're starting to get into scripting here.
I don't want toast. And I said, "You always have toast. Like I always make you toast. That's what you have." And she said, "No, I started having cereal again. I had cereal yesterday. I want cereal again." And it's things like that, that's the drama.
Back to what sort of pizza are we talking about on a Friday night?
Well, you really are going down the pizza.
Well, we covered the hide and seek. We didn't really get to the pizza, did we?
No, I mean, largely because of your interruptions. It's you have asked these questions. I couldn't be less interested in talking about this stuff.
No, I think people love a bit of human interest.
Well, you say that, but you ask the questions and then you interrupt with the answers. It's quite an interesting...
Well, okay, I won't interrupt about the pizza. What delight, what smorgasbord is placed on the table?
So the girls just quite like a value pizza. Just wait till you've opened those chocolate fingers, perhaps. Yeah, now I'm eating a chocolate finger.
You interrupted you.
And I haven't finished my hula hoops. So I'm eating hula hoops and chocolate fingers at the same time. And this reminds me of a 1980s children's party.
Yeah, very much so. Keep looping back to previous episodes, don't we? Great through line. Wonderful.
So the girls like a value pizza. So it is basically the £1 or £1.50 pizza, whatever price it is in the supermarket. They'll share that. And the way it works is this, and you'll like this because this is his routine, is it's cut into 8 slices. Right? And they're both given 3 slices each. Which leaves, if your maths is, I know it's shaky.
Not a strong point.
But you'll realise there's 2 slices left there.
Yeah.
So they'll eat their 3 slices, and then Matilda will go and get the other 2. So she'll have 5 slices, and Jemima will have 3, which is about right, because Matilda's...
Why don't you just give her the 5 to start with?
We would. This isn't our decision. This is Matilda's decision. She
Right.
likes to be given 3, and then she likes to go and get...
What would she do if you gave her 5?
She'd say, can you take two back? I'll go and get them in a minute. She likes to go and get this. I don't know why. The pizzas that me and Jen will have will be later in the evening.
And what will they be higher quality?
They'll be significantly higher quality.
But they won't be Pizza Express, will they?
They'll be the Asda ones where you get there's usually a deal on them. So if you buy 2 medium pizzas and a bottle of Coke or something, it's cheaper than if you just bought 2 pizzas. So it'll be one of those deals. She'll have a vegetarian pizza, and I'll usually...
It's just normally bits of
peppers and
strips
mushrooms and
of things, isn't it? Yeah.
She'll have that, and I'll usually have one with meat on, but that will vary. I don't. It'll be something that have a name like Mighty Meaty or something like that, or
some sort of Domino's rip-off.
Some sort of Domino's rules, and they are, but they're fairly okay. Those ones,
But fresher, I would have thought.
yeah. Sometimes it'll be a different supermarket, it'll be a different pizza, but generally higher quality. Now, the reason we have pizzas is purely out of convenience because, as you know, because this is another irritation of yours, that I sometimes have to go to my martial arts class.
Oh God, don't even get me started on that.
So
That's a whole different.
yeah, but on a Friday, that'll be why I'm home a little bit later. So I'll go from work to my martial arts class. Although actually now Matilda comes with me sometimes, so I might go home, pick her up after she's had her pizza, and we'll both go, or I'll just go straight depending on what's going on. And then I'll come home, and then the girls will go to bed. And that's why it's a little bit later than would be ideal to sort of cook a meal from scratch. Although that is something that's in my wheelhouse. I can cook a fairly decent meal from scratch. But on a Friday, I'm a bit tired after a week in work. So that's mainly why we'd go down the pizza route. It's
How would
easy.
you feel if I was leaving school and rubbing my hands through my hair at about 5 to 5 and going, right, well, I'm just off to amateur dramatics again? Or I know what you're going to say. In fact, shall I answer for you?
Yeah, go
I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with it.
Well-
That's what you want to do. I'd be really encouraging of it.
What you are someone that's very good at reading other people, and it's something you've commented on about yourself, but it is true. You usually read other people pretty well, and you've spotted that. My reluctance to sort of let you know that I've got to go, and I'll start giving sort of tells.
Yeah, I suppose that's nice.
You know, and that's, yeah, exactly, because I'm quite a nice person who doesn't want to sort of like abruptly end the conversations. Or then I'll let the conversation go on a little bit too close to when I need to leave, and then I will be in a bit of a rush. You, on the other hand, there have been times where you've had... That's the thing. There are sometimes times where you have got somewhere to be. And you have got something to do.
It's rare, but yeah.
It has happened.
Yeah.
And when that happens, there's no such niceties with you. You'll just abruptly say, right, I've got to go. There's no sort of... and it'll be like... It'll be mid-sentence. You know, I'll be...
Oh, he's so selfish.
I'll be halfway through a story, and rather than the usual interruptions where you just interrupt with a different story, you will interrupt with, right, I've got to go.
Is that what I do?
That is what you do. So say, because you're very, very good at reading other people, but you're not so good at reading yourself. And so,
I want to... Oh, God, I want to hear more.
I know, but we've got to go on with the show. Welcome to Ben and James Could Do Better, a show that starts off pretending to be about education, but is more often than not, as our good friend Matt pointed out, about high-calorie snacks.
It is, and I don't even think we're pretending to be about education in this one, are we?
Well, we are. In fact, we are going to, because I have prepared a sort of education based.
But I mean, at the start of it.
No. We did used to in the early episodes. We did sort of pretend all the way through it was about education. We've moved.
Just realised how boring it was. Quite early doors.
We're talking about education. No, I don't think because it's not always boring, is it? But I think the bit that's boring is
some of the subject.
I think
is
the teacher affectations we did right at the start, they were a bit dull.
Okay, well, I think it's time for the register now. Is everybody sitting down? That doesn't look like the right seat according to my seating plan, young man. Right. Okay, well, then we're ready to start the register with this rather silly, patronising voice, aren't we? Now, I'm here. I'm Mr. Slade, known to my friends as Ben. Do we have James?
Hi, koko niyamasu.
And what is that?
I hope it's Japanese.
Koka niyamasu.
I think so. That's what it says.
Koka niyamasu.
I mean, I use Google Translate. I can't speak Japanese.
I think that's plain.
Well, you don't know. You still think French is papa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I won't be challenged on my linguistic prowess by you, if that's all right.
Fair enough. Who am I? Is that a postcode I can see over there then?
Yep, I've got a postcard in my hand.
And isn't it great to see them online?
I don't know if all of our listeners are aware of that yet. But
well, it really brings it home to me when I can see them there.
I hope you understand the purpose of them now. Like, it's a nice visual that goes on the blog that accompanies the show. Because if you haven't yet checked out, we're a multimedia organisation at this point. So we have a blog, benandjamescoulddobetter.com.
That's benandjamescoulddobetter.com.
Where you can, not only can you listen to all of these episodes, because the episodes are on they're available on multiple platforms, but they're available on that website.
But it's like a visual guide, isn't it?
But also the postcards that feature in this show are there as well. You can see them. So I think that very much brings it home. And
a real companion, I think.
Yeah, and also a little behind the scenes to the making of Ben and James, the post there. Some of the very real arguments we've had over the postcard feature I've described in detail. So,
I think if people could see behind the scenes here, it would be incredibly underwhelming.
A little, but that's okay because, they can't. Yeah, so it's fine. Anyway, the postcard that I've got in my hand, it's very clever. It's very clever, actually. It's some pictures of it's a picture of some flowers, sort of a cartoonish picture. I mean, I'll show it to you. You can see that. Some flowers, and there's some worms in there as well. I don't know what the worms are doing, really. But there's a bee sort of hovering over the flowers, and the words on the postcard say, "Hey, it's going to be okay."
Yeah,
but
please, can I look at it?
Very cleverly, they haven't used the word "be." They've just used "be." So they've missed the opportunity for the pun there, because hey, it's going to be okay, but they haven't used the spelling.
Could be a typo, is it?
They haven't used the spelling "B-double-E" to really play on the fact there's a bee in the picture.
Yeah. So, what are we going to focus our attentions on this week?
Well, it's July. We're fast approaching the end of another academic year.
Yeah.
And we're all thinking about, realistically, we're all thinking about the 6 weeks we get off, which is often disappointingly 5.5 weeks. World's smallest violin, I know. But
it's not quite 6, is it?
It's not quite 6. Certainly not for the teachers when you throw in those inset days as well. But we are professionally, we're thinking about next year now, aren't we? Quite a lot of the work we're doing now is in preparation for the next school year. And one of the big things that happens at the end of any academic year is something called transition.
Oh, yeah.
And the big transition, really, the big one, I mean, obviously, all the GCSE students moving on to sixth form or...
Everyone sort of gets promoted, don't they?
Yeah, but the big one, the one that sort of like really attracts the headlines and the kind of, the sort of focus... Is the move from primary to secondary. I'm going to challenge you. I don't think it hits the headlines. Not the headlines, but the one that...
I mean, it was a bit dramatic, wasn't it?
Well, I think when probably...
It's the bigger transition, isn't it?
Of the TES and...
I don't even think it makes those
headlines. It's talked about.
It's talked about, a lot of things are talked about. I wouldn't call them headline news. But, I mean, let's...
Well, I wouldn't call the GCSE results headline statistics, but they are what we refer to as our headline statistics.
Yes.
No one else is talking about them.
Yeah. But I suppose they matter to the lives of the people involved, don't they?
So the Year 6s have just completed their SATs.
Yeah.
They have a bit of fun at the end of Year 6, go on trips and various things like that. They're mob happy. But they've got to prepare themselves for Year 7 and the demands of Year 7.
Yeah. My goodness, is it demanding.
And there's a lot of talk about, if it's not handled correctly, it can have quite a big impact on them.
Oh, yeah. People. Long lasting.
And I'm not sure. I think what maybe sometimes secondary schools are accused of is not taking it seriously enough.
Yeah, because of course our primary colleagues, and we have mentioned this right back in an early episode, in fact could even have been the first one.
No, second episode.
Second one. Oh, right, okay.
The one that was called primary.
I'm not keeping a Panini sticker book on them, but so number 2, obviously those similarities and differences between primary and secondary.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that, are we? No, but we are saying that I think, at least in something that's probably on the cutting room floor, I did say...
No, it did make the edit. What you're referring to did make the edit. When you say primary school teachers sometimes can be, quite reproachful of us secondary colleagues in how...
In their eyes, possibly wasting some opportunities in Year 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So...
Right.
I thought... because this is really, the advertising suggests that this is aimed at secondary teachers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, God knows.
Could be anybody.
Absolutely failed to deliver.
Could be fishermen. It wouldn't make any difference.
We've largely failed to deliver on that, but I thought we might deliver today.
Right.
Because I found...
So this is subject specific, is it?
Not subject specific.
Niche specific.
Specifically about transition.
Right, okay.
So 5 practical ways, and only 5 as well.
Oh, thank goodness. Mercifully short list. That's
short
good,
list, yeah. And, possibly shorter than 5, actually, when you drill down. But 5 practical ways to strengthen Year 6 to Year 7 transition.
Right.
And a free resource.
A free resource?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So,
Right.
We'll finish on that. Obviously, that's quite exciting.
Yeah, well, I like anything that's free.
Right. So
particularly if it's good. And from the look on your face, it looks as though it is really good.
I mean, you will not be able to contain yourself. So let's go on with the list then. So 5 practical ways to strengthen years 6 to 7 transition. Now, I printed this out on quite small print. So,
well, as always, it's not something I've seen. So
no.
I need to concentrate.
Anyway, basically, it says, transition from year 6 to year 7 is one of the most significant moments in a pupil's school journey.
I think we'll all agree on that.
Yeah. And schools often invest time in the logistics, but the biggest challenges often sit beneath the surface.
Yeah, it was quite a stressful time for parents and for students.
How do we ensure pupils arrive feeling confident and prepared and ready to thrive?
Well, any resource is going to help with this.
Number 1, start with the emotional transition, not the timetable. So too often schools' transition focuses on systems, timetables, uniform, behaviour systems, routes around the school, and they don't think about...
Sort of head rather than heart.
Yeah. No. Because far too many people, for many pupils, the dominant experience is emotional. Fear of the unknown. And we're busy showing them around the school and showing them how it works, and they're worried about the unknown.
Yeah.
And we're not taking care of that. Yeah. We're too busy showing them how everything works and not thinking about the fact that they're worried that they don't know how everything works.
That's right.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
No, this is absolutely right.
We've got it all around the wrong way.
We forget that they're worried about all the things that they've got to learn how to do. We're too busy teaching them how to do that.
And how not to be worried.
And how not to be worried about that. So we've just missed it. So what we could do instead is create structured opportunities for pupils to voice their worries and ask questions. Explicitly address common concerns. Like, we've got to explicitly address the things they don't know, but we're too busy showing them.
We're too busy addressing it.
We're too busy addressing their concerns to address their concerns.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
It's right. Okay, so so we're focused too much on the timetable and not enough about their worries about how they'll...
But the transition event is to listen to their questions, address their worries head on, and show them how things work in school to demystify these.
We're not getting that right.
Right.
Because we're too busy showing them how everything works.
And answering their questions. I see. Yeah. No. You're quite right. You're quite right.
Right. Okay. So that's point 1. We need to stop showing them how everything works and listen to them.
Stop giving them practical advice.
And
start giving them practical advice.
Exactly. I think so.
Yeah.
Right. So we need some. Okay. Right.
Yeah. That seems fair enough.
Number 2. Remember, it's only a 5-point list, so it would be over soon. Work with primary schools, not just after the primary school. So. Transition is often treated as a handover.
But it is
because it is a handover.
It is a handover.
So
one school stops teaching them and another one starts teaching them.
But what instead of that we could do is we could work with our primary schools and share our clear expectations about routines, behaviour and learning.
Yeah.
Which we've just been told not to do in point 1.
So point 1 said, stop talking about timetables.
Yes.
And all of this system overload.
Right.
Yeah. And give them practical ideas, which of course is the whole point of transition.
Yeah. Point 2 is get into those primary schools.
Yeah.
And give them all of that information that they don't want. I'm confused.
It definitely is confusing.
Right. Anyway, let's put point 3. Make transition visible, shared, and positive. So as a secondary school, they're asking us to share positive stories from current students. Well, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of we never do that, do we? We never get the current year 7s to talk to the...
What an incredible idea.
That's really good. We should do that.
You get students who've recently gone through the transition to talk about... It's been all right, actually. Yeah. And we're quite safe and we're well looked after. And
I've never heard of that.
Goodness.
We've never done that, have we? No, I've never seen that.
No. Thank you. Where's the list come from? I want to thank them.
Well, it's actually come from a sort of well-respected dedicated secondary education journal.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you to that journal. Very much indeed.
So 60% of the points so far.
So point 1... was stop giving practical advice in order to make room to give practical advice.
Well, to listen to their questions, presumably about the practicalities, though.
Yeah, about the practicalities. Yeah, so that makes sense. Number 2...
get into those primary schools. Don't just ignore them.
But then give them the information that they say in point 1 they don't want.
I think that's largely what it says, yeah.
Yeah.
And 3, make it so visible, shared and positive. So get some of the young people from the secondary school who've recently been through transition to talk to them. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is groundbreaking.
Number 4, build skills, not just knowledge.
I mean, this list is so awful. I can't even laugh at it.
No, it's terrible, isn't it? Well, it's nearly over, if that helps. Build skills, not just knowledge. So it says successful transition depends less on what pupils know and more on what they can do. More on what they can do. So that sounds...
Skills over knowledge.
So rather than talking to them, show them what to do.
Show them what to do.
Which we were told not to do
in
point 1.
Point 1, but then...
We were told to talk to them in point 1. Stop showing them what to do and start listening to them. But in point 4...
But 4, we need to
show them
what to do and stop listening to them.
Yes. Right, so...
Is that right?
Yeah.
So point 1 was stop showing them what to do and show them what to do.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Point
but
2...
don't, whatever you do, show them what to do.
Well, talk to them about what to do.
Talk to them what to do, don't show them.
Don't show them what to do, talk to them about what to do.
Number 2...
is tell them what to do.
Tell them what to do.
But via the primary school.
Which is
so go
different to showing them what to do, and we were told not to do.
Number 3 was get other children to tell them what to do.
Which is groundbreaking.
Yeah, we've never heard of that.
So that's what we call, I suppose, now lived experience, isn't it? Yeah, lived experience.
I mean, I've heard of something called the buddy sister. I don't know. Anyway,
yes, probably. Well, that was around when I transitioned from primary to secondary in 1987.
It's still there today. So, yeah.
In fact, they're probably still using the same program.
I would imagine so. And number 4, show them what to do. Don't tell them what to do. And number 5...
There's
some contradiction.
There is quite a lot of contradiction from what I can gather. Yeah.
Anyway, number 5.
Yes.
Actively engage the primary school in transition. Now, number 2, I just remind you, number 2 was work with primary schools.
Yeah.
And number 5 is actively engage primary schools.
Well, in order to work with the primary schools, number 2, you'd have to engage with them, wouldn't you?
So fundamentally... Right, what we've got here.
Could you sum it up? Because it's so complicated. I want you to sum it up for me, please. I think I've got it.
Well, the whole.
Yeah. I want it. We want this in a bullet point guide for people.
So
not all this verbosity.
Basically, it's from what I can tell, it's don't show them what to do. Listen to what they're worried about. Then go into the primary schools and tell them what to do.
Yes.
Then get other children to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Then show them what to do.
Yes.
Then go back and work with the primary schools again because
tell them what to do.
Because the work you did in point 2 with the primary schools wasn't enough. So
obviously it didn't work, did it?
So you got to
go back again.
So the 5-point guide is essentially
show them what to do.
No, don't show them what to do.
Don't show them what to do. Oh, God, I've gone wrong, you see. This is where it can get confusing.
So don't show
them what to do.
Tell them what to do. With the help of the primary school.
Yeah.
Work with the primary school.
Both tell the students what to do.
Yes, both of us need to do that.
Yeah.
Then
primary and secondary, tell them
what to do.
Having
not shown them.
Not shown them. Yeah. We've not shown them, we've told them.
Yes. And then we need to get other children, older children, to tell them.
But not to show them.
Not just to tell them.
Just to tell them.
And then show them what to do.
Show them what to do. And then do it all again.
It seems so. Wow.
I tell you what, that really is a sort of Lonely Planet's guide to transition, isn't it?
It's because it's a difficult time. Now, fortunately, and I did mention this at the start of this, there's a free resource.
Well, this probably, in all fairness, because we've been a bit sort of...
been dismissive, haven't we?
Dismissive. The resource could bring it all together, couldn't it?
Because it's a practical way to bring this to life. It's a national transition programme.
Yeah.
And it's called We're Off to Big School. And it's a live event. It's being streamed in the... Unfortunately, it's happened. So it's a one-off, but it's okay because you can still
oh, right.
You can still access, so you can't participate. Unfortunately, we've come too late with this, so you can't participate in it now because it was a live event that happened on June the 17th, which is in the past.
So the free resource is a live event that isn't live.
No, not anymore. It was
a recording of a formerly live event.
In fairness, at the time this was written, it was a forthcoming live event. It's my fault I've got to this too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, and shame on you.
Shame on me. But it was a live event, bringing Year 6 pupils together nationwide.
Nationwide?
Yeah, for a confidence-boosting, myth-busting and excitement-building experience as they prepare for secondary school. And the reason this is going to be cut through and hit different, as the kids like to say.
I can't stand that.
No, I can't stand it either. But the reason this is going to hit...
How would it hit different?
Is because it's supported by well-known figures, celebrities, right?
Right.
Such as Joe Wicks, remember him from COVID?
Yes, I do.
Did a lot of... He's, healthy man. And
don't understand what he's got to do with transition.
But, he's involving himself, okay?
Yeah.
Helping transition. Probably get him to do some exercise or something.
Yeah, okay.
He's good at that, isn't he?
Yeah.
And some of the gladiators.
Well, I mean, they're great role models, I think.
Well, it does say some of the gladiators alongside other role models. So it doesn't mention who they are.
Yeah.
Helping to engage pupils and reinforce positive messages around confidence, resilience, well-being, spread the word with your feeder primary schools. So that's what we can do.
Consider this spreading the word.
Yeah. Well, we spread the word about a form. So it's we're a bit late spreading the word, but
they can watch the pre-record.
They could watch. They can. It's still available. And you can still show it to, although that does seem like it's pitched at primary teachers rather than secondary teachers. So this article was pitched at secondary teachers saying how we can make it easier. But all we can do with this free resource is spread the word. We can't use it ourselves. So final thoughts.
What, on the list?
Yeah.
Awful.
It's terrible, but it does
waste of paper, I would say.
There are some final thoughts I forgot to share with you, actually, from the list, if that's of any interest.
Oh, God, there's not an addendum, is there?
It's a sentence, so we're all right. It says, the best transitions don't just prepare pupils for secondary school, they help them look forward to it. If we get this right, September doesn't feel like a disruption. It feels like a natural next step. Now,
it is the natural next step.
What's good is that there are some related articles as well for future reference.
Right.
One of them involves 12 tips. So thank you, lucky stars, that I picked the one with 5.
Yeah, I think I feel very grateful to you that you brought the 5.
Although there was another one that says 3 areas to focus on to support Year 7 transition.
That might have been better.
That might have been better.
Because to be honest with you, there was less than 3 in the list of 5.
Less than 3. Did you? Have you got any memories of your own transition to finish off on?
I seem to remember somebody doing the usual getting the Bunsen burner to go green thing. I did have a reasonably good time at Whitchurch High School. I don't want to in any way malign that, all the wonderful time at Eglesnoth Primary School. But all I'm saying was, I don't think they exactly sold it on the primary secondary transition at the time.
No, whereas I feel my secondary school was slightly oversold to me.
I think that's worse.
It is worse, but I mean, and again, I don't think back necessarily badly of my secondary school, but I'm quite sure the transition was a somewhat of an overselling of what was in store for us, and something closer to the truth might have been better. But I do remember that they set us homework for the summer holidays.
Oh yes, yeah, and, I remember that as well. An awful booklet came across.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that.
The various things that had to be done. And I always thought the people who were going to other schools, because most people went from my primary to Whitchurch High.
Yeah.
Obviously, those who didn't have to do the booklet.
Yeah.
So that was.
Well, what I remember is we were set this homework, and at the time, because I'm the eldest child in my family as well, so at the time my parents took that very seriously, and you will do this homework, and it sort of ruined my last summer holiday really from primary. And then I don't really remember anyone particularly looking at it when I got to secondary.
No. Nobody ever used to believe me. I think I've mentioned this before, but as I said, our head teacher was Robin Hood.
I think that is probably the place we need to end. I think it's time to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.